Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Cultist Simulator. This is going to be a second playthrough of the game on my channel, but the first one was done over a year ago, I'm sad to say. In Cultist Simulator, you take control of one of the characters and you guide them through their story into, hopefully, an ascension to a higher being or into a higher plane of existence, depending on your take on the occult. Now, in the first playthrough, we played the general character called the Aspirant, the first recommended. I guess it's recommended because it's the first one you play, the first recommended story. And in this second playthrough, we are going to play the Dancer. The mechanics are going to be the same as in the first playthrough, but I'm going to try to explain the game a bit for those of you that have not watched the first one, though the link is in the description if you want to check it. It is a wonderful introduction into the game, and this time we are going to go at it a bit differently. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a different job, we're going to do different things, and I'm gonna do my best to ascend in a different way. In the first playthrough we aspired to the Forge, and in this one we are going to aspire to whatever the game throws at us. So I'm gonna start the game right now and I'll see you there. Okay, here we are on the legacy screen where you can choose the roles. There's a number of legacies, I was looking for the word that's right on the screen, that you can pick from. As I said, that the first one is the Aspirant. It's called the Aspirant, and you always get 3 random ones whenever you go from the menu into the actual playthroughs. Now, it has a meaning, I guess, but I was hoping that we would get the Dancer on the first try. We did get it on the second try. So, the Dancer. Just so you know, we have the medium here and the bright young thing. It shows you the starting stats that you have. But for the Dancer, we are going to have 2 points of health, or 2 health cards, 1 passion card, and a contract at the Gaiety. I kept thinking that it's a gallery for, quite a long time until I actually paid attention to what the card says. So, the Dancer. I'm young and I'm strong, and for the time yet I will be beautiful. So, let's start the game and I'm gonna explain how it works. So, the game, the entirety of the game is played on this table. You have various cards on the table that you can use to play and put them into things like this one, which I'm going to refer to as actions. So here we have an action called work, and I can fit various cards into these slots. Now I have a description here. It's very important to pay attention to whatever it writes here and whatever it shows on the screen, because that way you build up your story. So to give you an example, if I put a passion card in the work action, it will tell me that I can paint. I used to paint. I could paint those sites I half remember from my dreams. I might sell something. I probably won't. We can put the health card in there, which will bring us to unskilled labor. Backbreaking work for meager pay. Is this the best I can do? Or we can put in, oh, damn, we have the game unpaused. I did not realize that. And here we have work by using the contract at the Gaiety card. Earn a living or practice the invisible arts. Now this is a bit different because whenever you put it here, you will see that another requirement pops out. So we can only use this work by burning one of the... Oh, actually not burning, by using or exhausting one of the health cards. If I put it here, then we will get the possibility to start. Now you also get various descriptions of the cards, which I'm going to read because they give you subtle hints. The game is all about figuring out combinations, which cards to play how, and advancing into the occult. It's incredible, and I would like to ask you guys for, well, no spoilers. You can guide me and recommend things, but please don't spoil the story for me. So, the passion card. Dull minds are never either intuitive or mathematical. Blaise Pascal. With enough glimmering, you can study to gain more passion. Health. This is my body. There are other bodies, but this one is mine, and my mind needs it as a fungus needs soil. With enough vitality, we can gain more health. And the story card. Contract at the Gaiety. I have a position in the chorus at the Gaiety. It's mine until my luck or my looks run out, or until I find something better. Now, each of these cards also have certain aspects. Like passion is an ingredient. It has the aspect of moth and aspect ability. These are the occult aspects, which you then combine. Certain actions in the game will require certain aspects. For example, if you want to I actually never did that, but if you want to raise the dead, you need an aspect of winter and I think Grail. I'm not entirely sure from the top of my head, but these will play some role in the future. Here, a contracted Gaiety has an aspect Lady in the Box. Believe it or not, I never saw this aspect before. A lady means something. Sometimes attends performances. She has been known to show a keen interest in course members. Okay. So it can trigger, I guess, another card. Aspect Dance, older than language, younger than life. Aspect, the gentleman at the stage door. A gentleman of means sometimes attends performances. He has been known to pay his respect to course members after the show. A bright-eyed watcher. Sometimes she sits in the second row, seeking new talents for her peculiar establishment. Those she employs are rarely seen about town. And the last aspect that we see is a job, an arrangement to exchange one's life for money. Well, anyway, we are going to go with the performance at the Gaiety Theatre. By the way, here you can see a timer. Certain cards have a timer, and unless you use them by this timer, they can, disappear or basically expire. Some other permanent cards like health can have a timer, but that means you cannot use them until the timer runs out. We're gonna see that. The stage awaits, hot and clean and bare and bright. If I move the moves and step the steps and do what is required, they'll pay me. So let's start the game and see what's gonna happen. So here you can see another part of the game, which is the timer that various actions take. Now, many can have several runs. You can, for example, see that when this one ends, there might be another one, and we'll see what the text is going to say. I'm gonna slightly speed it up, and we're gonna see what the text is going to tell us. An opportunity at the Gaiety Theatre. Tonight I sense opportunity. Tonight I could attract attention. If I cease to hold back, if I commit myself more fully. So we can put in an extra effort. The heart. I am a listen package of flesh and blood. Tonight don't notice that. Or passion. I am more than a listen package of flesh and blood. Tonight they don't notice that. So based on the actual description of the card, I think we're going to go with passion. And here we have a discarded mystery. Hundreds of dancers have passed through this changing room. Now and then one finds their traces like dropped petals, a lost glove, a faded photograph, an admirer's note. So let's see what we'll have here. Okay, so the work is finished. A message from an admirer. A hand-delivered letter addressed to me. It smells strongly of cigarette smoke and cloves. It reads, if you need to talk to someone about your dreams, find me here. Don't call until you're ready. There's a telephone number and a name. Sulahana. Oh, okay. So we have the passion card here. A contract at the Gaiety has been reset to 2 minutes. And we have 1 funds, and we have our first character card. Sulahana Amavasya, the laconic, energetic, bright-eyed, unblinking owner of the Ecdysis Club. So let's collect these cards. I'm actually gonna put... this is what I struggle with always, the organization of the play table. So let's put I'm gonna put the contract at the Gate at the top. I'm gonna put the health below that. You can see that the first health card is exhausted, and we have an exhausted passion card. I guess immediately start again. Yeah, let's perform again. We need money, and this is the only way we can deal with this. Funds are extremely important, so let's put them somewhere where we can keep an eye on them. And Sulhana, let's put you here. Okay, so we have a discarded mystery, we are working, and there are 2 more that have popped up. Time passes. Time, a sundial's shadow passes. I must have funds to live or I will become ill. So we need to pay for our food or we'll die, basically. And we have here a new one. What we say and when we say it. I have something in common with some of those who watch me. So this is a speak action, this is the time passes action, this one is automated, and then we have the work, and this one is a study one, but something can happen in it like this one and you will eventually get some more information about it. So we'll see what it's gonna bring us. Okay, so we could use the opportunity, but my passion is exhausted, so I can't really do anything with that one right now. A discarded mystery. A crumpled poem, a dozen pages long, has been stuffed into an abandoned shoe. Not a love poem. I'm almost sure it's not a love poem, but when I read it, my breath comes faster, and I wonder if I am remembering something I had lost. A crumpled poem. It's addressed to another dancer and signed by someone named Rose, a believer. The writer describes how they met the dancer in a dream in a dark wood. Their dream featured drum beats, wing beats, the skin of shadows, the blood of the moon. No wonder the poem was discarded, but already I can see that there are layers of meaning to unpeel. So let's collect this one. Let's keep it next to Sulhana. We don't really have anything to study right now, so I'm gonna keep it open. So here we have the information from the Gate Theater. I stayed aloof, I moved the moves, and I stepped the steps and did what was required. And now they'll pay me. So we get 1 funds, but nothing extra. Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it again, but we'll keep the passion there. We're consuming funds. What do we say and when we say it? Do I have something in common with those who watch me? I get a fleeting reminiscence, a moment in time. In another moment, it'll be gone. So let's collect it. This one is a card that is very useful for certain things, but it fades quite quickly, and you tend to have a lot of them on the table eventually. So no biggie. So let's speed it up. So we'll need a bit more health and passion to start with before things start happening. Let's throw the passion in there. We're gonna put in the extra effort. And let's study the poem. Oh, I can study it with health? Consider the crumpled poem as a physical challenge. Is this some sort of code? Are there hints here towards an unusual set of dance steps? I think we have to consider it using passion. So what did we get? I felt all their eyes upon me. Afterwards, I received a gift from an admirer. A bit too personal for me to feel comfortable, but I can sell it in a second-hand market. Okay, we get more funds. That's good. We're building some money here. Study. Okay, we could study the fleeting reminiscence, but only use it to upgrade an influence. I guess this card is reset for 2 minutes, so let's study health. Studying health is a process that will allow us to increase our exercise. Basically, studying health here means that you take a long walk and, enjoy yourself on the fresh air and have a good time. Now here we have a trembling in the air. The sun flickers like a shadow, dreams ripple behind the surface of mirrors. I must be careful not to drift from the waking world. Okay, so this is one of the ways to end the game. If you lose yourself in a dream world, which this represents, you might get a bad ending. It will become a bit more sensible when we actually see it in action. Okay, I'm gonna put this slider down so it doesn't interfere with these that pop up. Okay, let's speed it up. We want the study to be done. Okay, fresh air and exercise. I've neglected my studies, but I stand a little straighter. This gives you the vitality card. Exercise or something rarer has invigorated me. Use with another vitality to improve your abilities. It lasts only 3 minutes if unused. Now we'll need one more of this to improve our body and get a better strength card. And in the meantime, I'm going to perform at the Gaiety Theater again. And we'll see if we get a different... I still haven't tried to perform at the Gaiety Theater with health, so we'll see what that does for us. Okay, we get a fleeting reminiscence again. Okay, I'll put the vitality here, so I don't lose it. And we'll see what we can get from it. Okay, perform at the Gaiety Theater. The stage waits, hot and clean and bare and bright. If I move the moves and step the steps and do what's required, they'll pay me. Oh, I think I forgot to put in the passion card. Damn. Okay, oh, never mind. Okay, so we'll get on the second health card. Let's do a bit more work here. And in the meantime, we are going to study the vitality, which will provide us with an additional health card. Okay, here's our first kind of attention. I don't think anything is really going to happen because we don't have any occult knowledge. But this wrong kind of attention is automatically... Well, it basically means someone is investigating you. The city is rife with journalists and detectives and other meddlers. How long will they leave me in peace? Whenever you see this little magnet down here, it means that it's automatically searching for the cards on the table. And if you don't have any, it will disappear. But sometimes, like, this one, the time passes is eating up our funds. Okay, let's put... Actually, let's put the I'm a listen package of flesh and blood and see what this one is gonna give me. The Curious Few. It actually generated contentment. That's another card useful, like the Fleeting Reminiscence, because it fights depression. We'll get a lot of that. A potential benefactor. A gentleman has prevailed on the stage manager to arrange an introduction to me backstage. He's courteous. He says all the right things about my work. He has brought me a gift. He hopes that we can be friends. So we get Lord Timothy Monday, an elegant gentleman with sad eyes, receding hair, and a tendency to fits of friendly, braying, nervous laughter. He will no longer... What did it say? He will no longer touch strong drink. Oh, and we got 3 funds out of this. Okay, so can we talk with you? Hint, my benefactor insists on discretion. We can't speak here, my dear. Let's be discreet. Okay. So, exercise the body. I have grown stronger. I have gained health, but it will be more difficult to gain health next time. So we get a skill, a stronger physique, which could allow us to get a better menial job, but we're gonna be dancing, hopefully. And it gave us an extra health card. So let's put these here. Oh, okay. When you pick up a card, it lights up which places you can put them to, and obviously we can work with him. Private performance. To satisfy my benefactor, I'll need to exert my abilities and ensure I look the best. That always has a cost. Okay, so I need a health card and glamour, which is funds. Okay, cool. Let's do that. We are going to perform for the benefactor. My benefactor would be delighted if I'd offer a private performance for a small and refined audience. They'll invite me to dinner afterwards and, of course, offer suitable gifts in return for my time. Nice. So we'll see how this one turns out. This is solitude. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. More contentment. Good for us. My benefactor, energy. Tonight my benefactor is full of energy. I should be too. Okay, so I guess that requires health. Yep, it requires health. So if you put health in there, after the performance I'm flushed and I'm perspiring, but my benefactor seems to like that. They have brought me a glittering little something. Wow! 5 gold! Okay, so I think we're gonna be okay for money. But the contract at the gate is actually going away, so let's work on that. And I think I'm gonna investigate this crumpled poem. I can put in the passion. Consider crumpled poem as a dream challenge. I think I dreamed something like this. Once on a night when the moon dappled the sheets of my bed, when I dreamt that my hands were not exactly hands, that something more than blood pulsed under my skin, and that skin was not the skin I wear. What if I could find something of that dream again? So let's see what this one's gonna bring. So the benefactor card is also timed. That means we'll have to alternate between the performances at the Gaiety and him. Because if we won't, we're gonna lose one or the other. But actually getting 5 gold from a performance for Lord Timothy might be way more worth it than anything else. Trembling in the air. We're still missing the reason card, which is a card that's generated usually with the health and passion. But maybe the dancer is a creature based purely on passion. Okay, so we got our funds. And let's see if the work will exhaust our passion card. I'm not entirely sure about that. Nope, it didn't, and it gave us 2 glimmering cards. I lie awake half the night, convinced there is something in my room. A little after midnight it occurs to me that I am that something, and I fall gratefully into sleep. So if you remember how we upgraded health using vitality, we can do the same for passion, which will give us an extra passion card, which is extremely useful. So let's start that, and we get a new card, a new action, which is called Dream. A dream of an older self. Tonight I'll cut a lock of my hair before I sleep. I read that in the poem. Snip snip. So let's go ahead. And actually, let's give a private performance. Funds are extremely important. You need a lot of them. Exotic cravings. What hunger drives us? Well, you search for your card and you can't find any. So we're not that far. Many of these will pop up as you play, creating various random events. By the way, I haven't spoken to Sulhana because I think she expects something of me, and that would be probably getting a bit deeper into the occult before speaking with her. That was the note, do not talk to me until you're ready. Oh, restlessness. Okay, restlessness is one of those potentially hazardous cards, but they can be also good. A restlessness longing has me. I feel what I want to do. Something. What exactly? Tonight, my benefactor will prefer to see me in something new. I should buy something quickly. Okay. Feed my imagination. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. If I spend time studying what I've learned, I could increase my passion and gain a skill. Okay. So the dream is finished. A dream of an older self. I dreamt of a great wood at the heart of the first continent, where we moved among the trees, dark and light and dark again, up and down and into the fire. I dreamt that once we were something else, or something else was us. Once perhaps we were things with wings. Sometimes now my shoulder blades itch. Temptation change. Okay, so this is probably an ascension card. On a certain night before the audience, there is the wing lift of something more. What more could I become? This card will allow you to win a change victory. Okay, so that's what we were looking for. If you upgrade it far enough, devote enough effort to your dances, and you'll find the next step. Okay, so this is our way to the occult. We are not getting... I know of that... In the previous playthrough, there was the Temptation Power, Temptation Enlightenment, and I think there was one more, but I never saw Temptation Change. So we're going to see what this one does for us. And we have fed our imagination and got a new skill, a vivid imagination, and another passion card. So that is awesome. I think this is enough for episode 1 though. In the next episode we are going to investigate what we can do with the temptation change and see how we're gonna deal with that. And we'll need to refresh the contract at the Gaiety very soon or we're gonna lose that. So thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope I caught your interest. And then next we are going to continue with the story of our dancer. And you know what? I actually have to name her. So let's name her Samantha.